My name's Antony Dodd, and I'm a plant biologist, and I work at the John Innes Centre, which is a research institute in the east of England. I'm a research group leader, so I lead a team of PhD students and other scientists to conduct research. The focus of my research is something that we call circadian rhythms. Circadian rhythms are biological cycles that are generated within living organisms that are thought to adapt the organisms to the daily cycles of day and night that occur on the planet. So circadian rhythms are found across life, from bacteria through to animals through to plants, and in all of these cases they improve the fitness of the organisms, so that it improves their survival. So essentially circadian rhythms help organisms to tell the time. Circadian rhythms improve plant fitness. They increase the growth rate of plants, they increase their rate of photosynthesis, and really importantly, they also determine the season of the year in which plants flower. And so plants have to flower when there's pollinators around and it's the right temperature for them to flower. The way that plants measure the progression of the seasons is by tracking the length of the day as it changes across the year, and plants use their internal rhythm to measure those changes in the day length so they know when to flower, and that's really important for our crops. So crops have to flower at the right time of year, or we don't get the yield from the crops that we would hope for, and so the circadian rhythm has a really important role in that process as well. I was a student at the University of Newcastle, and when I was an undergraduate student, I was particularly inspired by a particular professor, a guy called Griffiths, who studied cellular processes in plants growing in the field, and he studied daily rhythms in a group of succulent plants called cam plants. And I found this particularly inspiring and interesting, and it led me to do a PhD, partly supervised by him. And during that PhD, we got some new interesting insights into how plants use their carbohydrates over the daily cycles, which motivated an interest in circadian rhythms. And so then I went off and I joined a lab in Cambridge led by Professor Alex Webb. And during that time I was in Cambridge as a postdoctoral researcher, we got some new insights into how the clock affects the fitness of plants and some cell signalling processes linked to circadian rhythms, and it was kind of those experiences I got both during my PhD and as a postdoc that led me to apply for funding to establish my own research programme, which I initially held in a couple of universities, University of York and University of Bristol, and more recently I moved across to the John Innes Centre Research Institute to continue our research. I think the thing that I enjoy most is seeing students develop from being new starting PhD students to at the time they finish their PhDs being mature and well-developed scientists who can make their own decisions about how to lead their research and that are fully kind of in control of their understanding of the science that they're doing. And that's enormously pleasurable to see how the students develop.